it's time for contour. And e.l.f. makes a cream contouring palette. Okay, this is actually in the complete coverage concealer. For me, it's much better as a contour. So if you like cream contours, you can use this. Then they also make this wonderful new quad contour palette. They call it the bronzer palette, and I use this one most of the time. And so again, it's got different tones in it. You can use it in different areas. So I'm going to take this wonderful brush. It's called the contouring brush. I love this brush. It's so funny. See how flat it is? But that is so wonderful to be able to get just right under that bone there, that cheekbone. And my face does not have very much definition in it at all. And so I'm taking this color, placing a little bit on my contour brush, and then I'm just going to use the area of the top of my ear, and I'm working towards the corner of my mouth. I'm not going to go all the way down there. I'm only going to go about 1/3 of the way. And I'm just placing a tiny little bit. Be careful on contouring. I've seen so many ladies who are just not doing a great job on that contouring. Always remember, less is more when you're doing things like this. And again, we're going to work here, placing it about 1/3 of the way down. Okay? And so once you have that placed, then we're going to work in upward motions to help with the contouring and shaping of that cheekbone. Again, my face is very flat, so this is how I have to do it if I'm going to put a little bit of definition. Okay, so you can see, just very soft, very nice. Okay, a little more here. And then also you might want to contour just a little bit of that powder on your ears, especially if you're going to be, you know, sometimes I'll wear my hair like this, and when I do that, my ears are a little bit white, so I do have to put a little bit of contour. Just fluff a little bit up there, it's all good. Now, if you're like me, and Lucy and Ethel have come to visit, you're going to have to contour underneath the neck area, under the chin here. And so the funny thing is, not too long ago, my husband and I were talking about that, and Marty said, "Oh yeah, I kind of saw you had a line there," and I'm thinking, and you didn't tell me why. So here is my advice to everyone. Tell your friends, tell your sisters, husbands tell your wives, friends tell your friends. I'm just saying, let's help each other out. So we are going to, yes, make a straight line underneath to conceal Lucy and Ethel. And then we're also going to go down under the chin here. I know for me, I'm getting a little more fleshy right in this area, so that helps to conceal that. And then I take my big fluffy blending brush, and actually I don't really know if this is called a blending brush, it's just what I found at e.l.f. and I actually really like this. And I think it came with the brush collection. It had like 10 different brushes in it. I think it was maybe $15 or $20. It wasn't very expensive. And then again, it's got that funny little shape, but super, super soft, blends really well. And so I just like to use that to blend everything out, so you know, I don't have that definite line anymore. And I go back where I have put the other contour. Again, I want everything to be blended and very, very soft. So up next, we are going to put a little blusher on our cheeks, give us a little color. Now it's time to blush our cheeks. So we have to be very careful. We don't want to look like dun, 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 the circus has come to town, but we do want to put a little bit of color on our cheeks. And so again, I have picked up a quad blush palette. I love this because it does give you tons of different colors, and you can adjust it to what you're wearing that day or just how you're feeling. Are you feeling a little peachier? Are you feeling a little bit rosier? Are you feeling a little bit more pink? Are you feeling very neutral? Great color choices here. And what I'm going to use today, and this is the one I almost always use, is this more coral tone here. I just love this one. I think it's so pretty. Works really well on my skin tone. So I'm going to take just a little on the e.l.f. blush brush. And again, this came in that set. I like to just place a little on the upper part of my cheek. A lot of people will use the apples as a guide. And I'm going to overdo it a little bit because I want you to be able to see exactly where I'm putting it. Okay? So there you go. See, a little bit of color. Taking my trusty blending brush. Up next, we're going to highlight. Now in highlighters, e.l.f. does make lots of different products. I picked up, again, you know, those crazy quads. I absolutely love them. And you can tell I'm already at the pen on this one. I've used it so much. But I love to use this illuminating powder. It gives a really pretty finish. The lighter, it seems to be the one that I'm using the most. I haven't used this one very much. I just don't know. I think it's maybe matches my skin tone a little too much, so I kind of want a little bit more of a brighter tone. And then I'm also using these on my cheek area, okay? So I'm going to use probably this one. It's a little more pink, feeling a little more rosy today. And I'm using this brush from e.l.f. Again, it came in the set, and it does not have what type of a brush it is. A nice medium-sized fluffy brush, and then I'm going to go into that rosier color. And I'm going to go right on the top part of my cheek. Okay, and again here. So hopefully you can see where that is. I think the camera's picking it up. And again, we're going to buff it down. Okay, so we've highlighted that area. And then if you feel like you need a little more, you can always go in and swirl a little more through. I like to put a little on my Cupid's bow there. Makes the lips look a little poutier. You can always do it down the nose. Now if you have a super shiny nose, this would not be something you would want to do if you get very oily throughout the day. Okay, just gives a little bit of a highlight. Again, we're going to take our fluffy brush, soften. And so now we have actually highlighted our cheekbone area and parts of our face.